Hello and welcome to the Glesga Dad podcast. Coming up this week.
Well, I looked at a direct cremation plan for your mother, but turns out she has to be dead first. If you're a bad bus driver, then you'll be reincarnated as a lesser life form, so you'll come back as an open spot stand-up comedian. That's the way funeral directors talk. They go, I'll just stick him in a wee bag. I've got a private ambulance outside. It's a transit van. Private ambulance, my arse.
And that's all still to come, but first, we're talking about everything death.
Death. Oh, death, man. I mean, it used to be when you died, it was a release. For as my mother used to say, you were born on this earth to work, suffer and die, and when you die the suffering's over. Now you can't die, because it costs a fortune to die now, to get buried. They're these funeral directors charging you a fortune for when you die, man. It's outrageous, and it's a growth business. It used to be, back in the day, there was one funeral director, the co-op. Now everybody's at it. You're seeing adverts on the telly, and they're saying to you, "Oh, when your loved ones die, what's it they're saying? You should shop around." Who the fuck's shopping around? The body's decomposing. Hello, I got my deed dying about the motor. You want to give me a quote for funeral services? I'll check it out. I'll just go up the road and see what he's doing. People don't shop around for a funeral, do they?
No, I don't think.
Well, after the fact, after the punter's died. I mean, you probably will, because you're a tight ball bag, right?
I'll be driving around everywhere.
You'll probably have me wrapped in cling film or something, and you'll have me in the boot of your motor going like that, and my dad's in the back. What can you bury him for? What's the coffin made out of? Paper, brilliant. That's a great. Let's fling him in the ground. That's the game. 12 quid. See you later.
Granted the cone. I'm like,
and then you'll be round my house, man, ripping the carpets up and everything, going like that. I knew he's got clenched his coupons here somewhere. You'll be in like rats up a drain pipe, man. You'll be in my house searching for money.
I'll be ripping up your carpets to roll you in it to put you in the motor.
Aye, whatever. Anyway, death.
Yeah, it is a costly business.
It should be cheaper because there's a lot more competition. Isn't there? I mean, there's these adverts on the telly. They're saying, just a cheap cremation or something that's what, 1,500 buyers? And I believe the co-op, did they get a no-frills cremation for £1,200? Something like that? Aye. I don't know. Right, but you see it on the telly and you're sitting there going, I mean, who the fuck's phoning that? You're going, I'm not feeling too well. Can you send me a price list? Who's phoning that?
Well,
who's phoning these adverts?
The deceased, the people related to the deceased. So it'd be me phoning it for you.
But it's not. But wait a minute. So I die, and you go, what do I do now? Oh fuck! There's an advert on the telly. Am I going to lie there dead before you go? What was that advert? I'm going to wait for that advert to come on. And then you phone. So it's. I mean, who phones that? If somebody goes, oh, my dad's in the hospital, I'll take a note of that. That funeral directors. I mean, but they're advertising on the telly.
Companies, funeral directors send Christmas cards to old age pensioners in homes. There was outrage.
It was Valentine's cards, that's actually. Right, that thing. They sent Valentine's cards to all the old codgers in the nursing home, saying best wishes from WH whatever. And actually, all the old biddies loved getting a card. But their families, who by the way never come to see them, and when they do, all they do is dig them up or sit on their phone and never talk to them, right? Never send them a card. They go upset because they got a card off a funeral director.
Great
because they were saying that the funeral director's behaviour was shoddy and mercantile, i.e. they're touting for business. Well, a lot of these old codgers are pretty close to the brink, and they're going to need somebody to bury them. So why no? Fire in. But did they do it for that reason?
It was an advertising ploy, wasn't it?
It was an advertising ploy. But their family, who are a shower of arseholes and just waiting for them to die so they can get all their money, they're going, oh, that's terrible, shower of po-faced bastards.
But you're right, the average cost of a funeral is £5,000, but if you do it direct,
£5,000 for a funeral? That's outrageous, man. What are you getting for that?
buried.
Well, people don't get buried now. You don't get burials so much. Everybody gets burnt now.
Everybody.
The vast majority of punters get burnt and then you get sent to ashes. Very few people get buried unless it's a religious thing, innit? I don't know.
The co-op's 5,020p because you've got to pay for the body bag.
Is that a bag for life?
No, it's a bag for death. It's a bag for dying, I think.
Right.
Do you think they reuse them? Like they've got loads of bags in their cupboards or something?
Well, it's not very environmentally friendly with these body bags. You see, it's like a big suit bag, isn't it? It's like one of these bags you get to put your suit in out of slaters, right? And so they come into your house when your loved one has just died, and they go, "We'll just stick him in a wee bag." But we'll get to that. That's the way funeral directors talk. They go, "We'll just stick him in a wee bag. You could make yourself a cup of tea. We'll deal with this. We've got a private ambulance outside." It's a fucking transit van. Private ambulance, my arse. Fucking in the back of a transit, man. With a load of plumbing fittings. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So they go, "We'll just put him in the wee bag," with their Holy Joe accent. They must go to funeral director college to learn that pish, right? And then they bag your loved one. And then they put him on a fucking trolley, I don't know what they do, and pop him in the transit van with all the other bodies. Because you're not the only body in the back of that. There's fucking 4 or 5 dead punters rolling about in the back of that, right? Now, I would think the bag is a plastic thing. So you can't use single-use plastic. It's frowned upon. So it follows that they would reuse that bag. So if another family member died and they come in and go, "We'll just bag the deceased," you go in there and have a wee bit of shortbread. You go, "That's the same fucking bag. That's the same fucking bag you put Jimmy in. They put Joe in the same bag who Jimmy was in. I hope you washed that, because Jimmy shat himself when he died. I mean, that bag will be honking." Because you know bodies fart and all that after they die.
Aye, absolutely.
Right, because I had a wee mate that worked in the mortuary. He was just doing a bit of casual, right? Just getting a bit of bevy money. But he didn't like working in the mortuary. He was getting fucking deed punters and all that. So he would have a couple of bottles of wine. He was on the night shift just watching the bodies. Why you have to watch bodies, I don't know, right? Maybe it's a dignity thing, in case somebody breaks in and steals her shoes, I don't know, right? And one of the bodies fucking let out a ripper of a fart and he never went back for his wages.
Well, first of all, see if you died, I wouldn't know how to check you were dead. What do you do? Like twist your ear, flick your nipple? What do you do to make sure? Because that's there.
You get a doctor to verify it.
So I'd phone the doctor first.
You got
No, because you got to phone the undertaker first, didn't you? It's like phone.
Oh, but you need to verify the death. I mean, it's a bit of I mean, if the undertaker comes in the door and I wake up,
Aye.
then you're fucked.
You just say, "Oh Christ."
Right, they've done the thing going, "That's a fucking £100 call-out charge. He's no deed." Well, he fucking looked deed. He certainly smelt deed. Right, but he's no deed.
You're like,
Right,
that Motherwell game was shite. You fell asleep.
I'll phone you in a week, Mr. Funeral Director. That's another thing. Funeral Director. A funeral director. What's that like? A company director? It's like he directs everything. I'm directing the funeral.
Producer and a runner.
Tells the guys to dig the hole, gets the boy to light the fire, and all this, and so he's a funeral director, and they charge a fortune, they ball bags. But the most annoying thing is, and I think it's probably a license to print money. That's why there's so much competition in the game now, because these funeral directors, you go in and you go, "Oh, my dad's dead. Oh, he fell off the sink and broke his neck," or whatever. So you're embarrassed and stuff. And he can sell you anything because you're upset. What about this? That's a nice touch. Are you going to put the thing in the paper to let all them know he's dead? Because that's what old people do. They go in the evening paper and it's the intimations. They're not bothered about who's born or who's getting married. They don't give a fuck. It's all the punters has died. They go, oh fuck, wee Willie Lennox is dead. Died violently. Surrounded by his loving family.
Then you see everybody in your town wearing their clays because they handed them into the charity shop.
Would you put a dead punter's clays in a charity shop?
Aye. But then I might see 2 weeks later somebody walking about with your glasses and hat on.
That's a different thing because they would want to become that iconic person. And this is the uniform. So the cardigan, the galoshes and the bonnet and the mug. These are the accoutrements of the iconic Glesga character.
Oh, do you know you mentioned it?
Mentioned what?
The directors get most of they get between
60%. 60% of the money just for telling dig a hole.
My agent
Drive a motor.
My agent only takes 15%, but then again, he doesn't let me sleep in his fridge.
Aye, he wouldn't let me sleep in his fridge either because I'd eat all his fucking food. So that's the thing. I mean, so you go in and the funeral director can just add stuff on and you'll sign it. You just go, that's fine. And you just get him a deal with it. You're not shopping about.
No.
Nobody's doing that.
Can we forget it and just, you're not going to ask for the
But
body
there's this whole thing about you've got to have a funeral which is dignified, in keeping with the dignity of a deceased. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, it means you're not going into you're treating them with respect and you're not going into funeral home and saying, alright, you up this morning, having a laugh. Like, you got to just be really respectful to the dead. You're not like listening to a Rangers game while you're doing their embalming and stuff. You're getting it a bit.
But what difference does that make? The body can't hear it.
That's a good thing, probably the way they're off.
Right, I mean, no, because this what gets me. I think most punters, when they kick a bucket, if they're thinking about it, they go, well, I don't give a fuck, because I'll be dead. Right. Now, it's all the decisions that get made after the fact. So if you're for a big family, everybody starts fighting because everybody's got their own idea about how the send-off should look. And then the more complicated it is, or the more's in it, the more you're getting charged. Oh, I think we should have 3 cars for everybody and have a big party in a big hotel and everybody gets a steak pie and this and that and the next thing and 2 free drinks. Well, fuck, that's coming out your bin. You know what I mean? Before you know it, 10 grand to bury a guy. Fuck off. Take the 10 grand, bury me for 1,500 quid and go a holiday, man. You get 8.5 grand to spend on a cruise or something.
Do you know, I know somebody who works in the industry.
In the what industry?
The death industry.
In the death industry?
So they work
in the funeral industry?
Undertakers. So they work in the undertakers.
So you know one?
I know one, aye.
Right.
They work in the office, they don't work in the... And someone came in with a pair of frilly pants for their 90-year-old mother because it'll be the first time in 20 years they're going to see their husband again when they get put in the grave.
So, there's an old woman, 90, dead.
Aye.
Husband died 20 years before.
Yep.
Came in with a pair of frilly knickers to put on the old lady.
Aye.
So they can go have a pump in the afterlife. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's a bit strange, isn't it?
Do you know what? I mean, but whose idea was that? So was the old lady before she went, did she have it in her will? And by the way, here I'm dishing out all my money. Finally, could you make sure you put a pair of frilly pants on me? Because me and Harry's going to have a pump in the afterlife.
Mad, isn't it? Can you make sure you change the layers of the coffins? Because I always like going on top. That would be like a weird thing, but that would be awful.
That would be weird.
Oh,
well, each to their own. I mean, it's you think, now if it was somebody who'd thought that up and the old lady didn't want that, she never, and then it's some fucking weirdo going into a funeral director's with a pair of pants. Now that, he or she should be jailed. I mean, that's just perverted beyond belief. But, you know, I don't mind perverts.
See if you owned your own funeral directors, what would you call it?
I would call it licensetoprintmoney.com.
Do you know what mine would be?
What?
We take anybody.
We take anybody.
We take anybody.
We take...
Jesus Christ.
We take anybody.com. Aye, right.
I think we should start that. We take any. Do you think that's an incredible name for an undertaker?
We take anybody.
We take anybody.com. In the comments, if you've got a good name for what you would call an undertaker's, let us know.
If you're out there and you've got time in your hands, well, clearly you have if you're watching this pish. If you're out there and you send us in your suggestions for the name of your funeral business.
You mentioned it, an actual getting buried now, it's really expensive for a plot.
Well, I had a mate, and he was a businessman, he was an entrepreneur. And what he was interested in was sustainability. It's all about sustainability in the world now. And he went into business supplying coffins made out of jute. You know, it's that hard fucking material. But it's I don't know, he made jute coffins. So instead of having wooden coffins, he made coffins out of jute. But nobody bought them. Because there's something about it. I remember reading in the some book somewhere, some guy's mother died, and they went into the funeral directors, and he says, and this coffin here's £12, and this coffin here's £10,000, right? Because that's the range of prices is mental, right? And they're all skint, because they were all alkies, and go, we'll have the cheapest coffin possible. So the grey £12 coffin made out of fucking balsa wood or something, I don't know. But he felt bad about it. You know, he was writing about it and he felt bad about it because everybody was coming in at the mosque, you know, and they were all going, look at that. Oh, crappy, cheap coffin they've got their maw in. Just so they can have money for a bevy session. So it's about how you kind of feel about it.
Because the Americans, they go for it big time. They've big
Well,
caskets.
so do the Brits. I mean, there's people in Britain do it.
But you don't get the mad caskets.
What mad caskets?
Well, you know how the mad caskets in America, it's got like the double thing.
Well, kind of like a caravan door.
Aye. Basically, aye.
Aye.
It's like a walk-in shower. Just looks absolutely ridiculous.
Like a bath with a door in. So, you've got a two-piece coffin.
That's right.
And you open it and you go, oh, wrong end.
Aye.
Pair of frilly pants. So you can... I mean, that's a bit weird. I think... But people like to have an open coffin. I think it's a bit... I'm not into that.
Unless her head's missing.
Oh, aye, unless if something's...
Aye.
But people have an open coffin. If there's the deceased lying there to be gawked at by everybody. And then you do what you got to do. That's no my thing. I rather remember them when they were alive.
It was like Auntie Jean. Auntie Jean was in a coffin like that. That was weird, didn't it? She looked like she was on a flume.
Yeah, I did that Egyptian impersonation.
It was weird.
Well, it's... Did he do that? I don't know. Did he do that? Or did he?
Aye.
Did
You know how
he-
you have to do that, obviously, in like Dubai, in that big slide that goes down. That's what they're like, lads. It's weird.
Is that right? I don't know.
And I always think it's weird they call it awake when they clear the urne. Do you not think that's weird? They call it awake. And you're
Awake?
like, aye, she's not awake.
I don't know why it's called awake. Maybe we could Google that.
Aye.
But here's an interesting thing. Some people, well, our family, when somebody dies, you get a big, massive carry out, and everybody gets pissed and has a right good laugh. That's what happens. Let's get a good bevy and talk about who just died and rip the piss out of him and talk about all the times he made a rip roaring RC cell and all the mistakes he made, and we'll have a good laugh at the guy, and that's the way I would like to be sent. But there's other families, they don't do that. They fucking, they wear black for 9 months and play Chris de Burgh constantly, and just for some reason fucking grieve.
Aye.
Weirdos. I mean, everybody's going to die. It's just how you deal with it. Unless you get cryogenics. Have you seen that?
Oh God, aye, when they freeze you.
Minus 198 degrees Celsius. They stick your body in a vat of frozen nitrogen or liquid nitrogen or something, and you have to be put in ice straight away. As soon as you die, you better have ice. You put the body in ice straight away to stop any of the organs degenerating. Now, it seems to me if you're not getting oxygen to the brain, when you bring the person back to life, they'll be a vegetative state anyway, because they'll be brain dead. Or they'll be brain damaged because their brain's not getting any oxygen. So the brain's going to die. Well, I don't know. But so people get frozen cryogenically. They say, when I die, you put me in a big vat of liquid nitrogen, and then when the technology is right to bring me back to life, to reanimate me, then you take me out the thing and bring me back to life. And my life savings, when I died in 1971, I had 42 grand in the bank. Now that might have been a lot of money in 1971, but when you come back in the year 2314, you're fucking lucky if you've got 12 pence. You'll not last 2 minutes, and you'll be like a moron. So 300 years in the future, you'll be unfrozen. Walt Disney's in a cryogenic container. Did you know that?
Supposedly, aye.
Well, that's he's going to sell cryogenically frozen. And he'll come back to life, because when did he die? I don't know. And he'll come back to life in 200-300 years. And even though he was mega rich, his money won't last him 10 minutes.
He made a musical about it, didn't he?
Did he?
Frozen.
Frozen. Aye, let it go. Let it go.
Is that where he is? Is he inside that ice volcano that she's... I
Yeah.
don't know.
Walt Disney.
It's just the sun comes out.
Would you do that?
I don't know. I think you could diversify it a wee bit, and you could just like, I don't know. You could do it in your local supermarket.
No, it's not cold enough.
Weekly shop.
No,
I could
it's
come
not
and
cold
see you.
enough. It's not cold enough in your local supermarket.
Is it got to be?
It's got to be minus 198. You're super frozen. You're suspended animation. You're frozen stiff.
I probably would. If I was given the option, I would do it just to... 'cause
Really?
What you going to lose? I mean, you've got more chance than coming back for that than you have if somebody scatters you across Strathclyde Park.
Well, yeah, you've got no chance.
Aye.
You've got no chance.
But you've got at least you've got some sort of chance with being frozen. But you'll get... You probably... Knowing my luck, I'd come out it and catch pneumonia and then die. Frozen.
Well, you've come out at brain dead and then nobody notices just the way he was when he went in.
Oh dear. I don't know. But the company, apparently the company's in Michigan in the US.
That's
is that
right.
correct? But they're full.
They're full.
Their freezer's full. They can't get
Is
the
that
door.
right?
Aye, they can't get the door shut. And that's a nightmare, innit? When you've got stuff in your freezer jink, they need to move stuff a bit.
They might have to, or they might have to build a bigger freezer. I mean, if there's a big demand for this. But what happens if there's a power cut? You know what I mean?
Aye.
Anything can happen.
They're like, fuck, take Gene
Oh
crack.
no, man!
There we go.
Everything's defrosted. Oh no! Just whip it back on again. Nobody will notice.
Put it beside the turkey
And
drumstick.
how much does it cost? It's £10,000, and there must be a yearly charge
No, price...
for every year you're in there.
No, it's 22 grand, but this year prices are frozen.
22 grand.
22, it starts at 22 grand.
So what's it go up to? I mean, they're no keeping you for 200 a year, surely. Surely the 22 grand's just for the first fill.
Well,
I mean, if you're sitting there for 200 a year, right, who's paying for that? Are you going to get slapped with a bill for rent for your mad cryogenic frozen chamber? You're going to get hit with a bill for 200 years rent. room and board.
Aye. Well, it's like your burial plot. It's the same as that. You only get a lease for 25 years.
And then where's it go?
Well, they write to you.
And say what? What if you don't want to renew it?
Well, obviously you can't renew it. The family would have to renew it. You can't because you're in there.
Right, so what are you saying? So, if I get buried, hold on. If I get buried and I've got a plot and it's leased for 25 years, and at the end of 25 years you get a letter for the graveyard saying, oh, you need to renew your lease. What if you say, what are you going to do? Fuck you, I'm not paying you.
Well, they sublet you out.
They sublet you?
You get somebody in, you get a lodger.
Oh, you mean some stranger coming in on top of me?
Aye.
Oh, I'm not happy with that. Is that what they do?
Aye. You would get somebody in there and they'd put you in. Obviously.
So somebody comes along and goes, I want to bury my dad. Well, we've got a plot here. Glesga Da's in there, the new. You remember him?
Aye.
Glesga Da? Oh, aye. We'll jump in with Glesga Da. But obviously I'm famous, so that plot would be much sought after.
Aye.
That would be a day's res in the graveyard, right?
And you're also close to a good school and access to the motorway, so it would be premium.
Oh, location. Right. So, is that right? So, what if you don't? So, they sell it to somebody else?
Aye, they sell it. So you only get 25.
That's pure pish.
Well, it's not really, because...
But what if there's a stone, a headstone? What are they going to do with that?
Well, you've got a factor's fee for the headstone to get it cleaned. Because I know somebody that's in...
So wait a minute. So, what if there's a headstone? Right, I'm buried in there 25 years. There's a headstone, Glesga Da, right? But you don't pay the 25... You don't renew the new lease. So somebody else gets to go in the grave. What do they do with the headstone?
Well, it's probably like your new front door. They put something else on it. They just clean it up and put another name on it.
But the fuck is that? You've paid for that. You've paid for that headstone.
They probably take it away.
Oh, that's pish.
Aye. It's mental though.
So, nobody knows I'm in there?
No. 25 years you get.
Are you sure about all this?
It's 25.
You making all this pish up?
South Lanarkshire Council, you get a 25-year lease. In the comments, you can back me up. You get a 25-year lease on a plot for a burial. But you buy so many layers.
So many layers?
So you can have like 6 layers, which is for 6 coffins. But you're not allowed to put animals in them.
How deep's the hole?
Well, it's at 6 feet under, innit? But it's got to be 6 feet because the whole thing can collapse. It can fall in itself. Which is, I was going to say...
But you're not getting 6 coffins in a 6 feet hole.
No. No, they dig. It's probably you sit side by side.
So you're stoning.
It's like an aeroplane. No, in an aeroplane you get 3 seats, 4 seats, 3 seats.
But so you're stoning, you're going... So you're at a graveside and you're going... There's somebody already in there. So that's what we're talking about.
Aye. So when you see a grave, they've got like maybe 3 or 4 names on them. That's because they're all under there.
But they're all the same family.
Aye. But they've obviously renewed the lease because there's maybe a granddaughter or something that's renewed the lease. But as soon as you don't renew the lease, that's you.
How much does it cost for a lease, 25-year lease?
It's probably around 3,500.
For 25 years?
That's for the plot. I don't know how much the lease is. I think you pay that for the plot, and then when you get the lease for 25 years with that payment, but then you've got to renew it after 25 years.
So it's another $3,500?
Probably.
Or what is index linked?
Aye.
Which will be probably 740, about 20,000 quid.
Aye.
In 25 years.
Well, that's why people prepay their funeral as well. Because you get it at today's prices.
Now that's the biggest con ever.
Used to be.
You're getting left a house and everything, a motor, money, and you expect me to pay for my own fucking funeral? Forget it, mate.
Well, it's a payment plan, innit? It helps you.
Are you fucking pay it?
Well, I don't know how much it'll be. I would pay it if I knew I was getting a motor. Your money.
Yeah, you're getting everything.
Alright, good.
You're getting everything. I bequeath you all my worldly goods.
I'll donate your mother will see.
So the least you can do, you ball bag, is bury me.
You weren't buried? I thought you wanted to
Or whatever you do. Just you're paying, no me.
There's a new thing now, you go in a washing machine or you can...
What's that then?
well, it's for America. They put you in
They put you in a washing machine?
Basically, and you spin your in and then you just disintegrate. Like they've put a wee tablet in and you just disintegrate.
In a fucking washing machine?
Aye. And then you open it, it's your bonnet glasses and that's you.
How does that work? Do people stand and watch you for the first 20 minutes?
Aye. Or you can throw you can bury you at sea, but only the Isle of Wight, because if you can't just go to throw you out in Troon and you end up on the beach in Larks and Aldinis.
So who takes you? RNLI is raising extra money through this.
Just throw you
Right, we're
overboard.
going out to save some. We've got 4 people that get shot at first.
The ferry that goes to the Isle of Wight for Southampton, they do it if you want.
No way.
Aye.
So you're going to the Isle of Wight for the day and you go, just a wee second, everybody stay away for the starboard side. Plop, plop, plop.
Body overboard, don't worry, it's fine. It's planned. Aye. But the way you
unbelievable.
done, they put loads of weights in the coffin so you go all the way to the bottom of the sea. SpongeBob.
See the stuff you learn?
Yeah. Do you know, so see that, what's it called? What's when you get frozen?
Cryogenic suspension.
Cryogenics. Because there's 128 people in the UK on the waiting list to get frozen. But they've not died yet. But they're waiting.
So, but will they get took straight away? Will they have to be... I mean, what if they die right now? I mean, what do you mean on the waiting list?
Well, they're waiting to go once they die.
So they'll go straight
Aye,
there?
They'll go straight there. They put
They'll
you
get took out of Michigan?
put you in ice first. Slice of lemon.
So they've got to pay for the flight and all that?
Aye. Everything. They have to get you there. And the
So it's the 22 grand plus all the other expenses?
transport, DPD. And pets as well, they go. The pets can get frozen as well. But I imagine that's just one of the wee freezers above a fridge.
Well, it depends how big your pet is.
No, that's true. Aye.
Hey, some people get big dogs.
A big dog.
But why would you freeze your dog?
I know. Because they want the dog to come back with them when they're brought back. Thawed out. I know. That's
The
just...
price of dog food 200 years from now.
will be extortion.
Well, wait, and in fact,
Pet insurance.
you wonder if we'll even have pets in the future. Like, in 200 years from now, we'll have Tamagotchis and all that. You won't have pets. You'll have an AI-generated pet. You'll have a computer-generated thing that will be your companion. In fact, your missus in the future, 200 years from now, will be a mad robot and all that. Nobody will get married. In fact, we'll all just be sitting. It'll be like the Matrix. Nobody will physically touch anybody else, because that'll be sexual assault or something. So we'll all be sitting in wee tubes. We'll be hooked up to the internet, and that's how we'll all communicate. And then eventually, in fact, what will happen is our consciousness will be downloaded to a supercomputer and we'll all be avatars. So we won't need physical bodies. So death will be eliminated. Your conscious self will exist in cyberspace.
See, something...
And then when the guy comes back, if he's unfrozen for cryogenic suspension, he'll be going, where is everybody? And he's just standing next to a massive computer and everybody's in there and he can't get in because he's still got a body. Nobody wants that. That's no good.
Imagine how many Glesga Da podcast episodes you'll have to catch up on, though.
You can always watch the reruns.
Did you see as well this wee 4-year-old boy in Australia that's been reincarnated as Princess Diana, apparently?
Well, I mean, that's just... his father's a television presenter. So instantly, you've got to think it's bullshit, right? It's just a publicity stunt. But I understand that according to what I've read, he is the reincarnation of Princess Diana.
So when he was 2 years old, he was pointing at a picture of Diana saying...
There's me when I was a princess, that's right.
Aye.
I mean, who witnessed it? Did anybody see it?
Well, the dad saw it.
Well, okay, let's presume he's just talking bollocks to make money for a bit of fame or something. So let's presume his motive here. His motive is to sell this crazy concocted story to make a few bob. Was there any independent witnesses can verify any of this?
Well, apparently when he was free, he was in the motor in his booster seat, and he said, "Who's this flying up the inside taking photos?" So
He said that. Did he say that? I don't think I heard that.
no, I didn't make that up.
But you need independent witnesses to verify. When I read all that sort of stuff, I just go bullshit, man, bullshit.
But apparently he's talking about Will and Harry as well now.
Wait, according to whom, though? Where is this all coming from? This poor wee boy is going to get into school and is going to get a fucking doing because his old man spreading all his bollocks about him. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Prove it.
Well,
Where's the proof? But suddenly, it's in the papers, it's on the internet, everybody believes it. What about that? Reincarnated as Princess Diana. Nonsense.
well, his wee sister's been telling racist jokes, and they think it's Prince Philip that's come back.
All right, aye, that'll be it then.
But
Right,
apparently
leave all
he's no Prince. She's no Prince Philip. She's just Australian.
that. Yeah. The Buddhists believe in reincarnation. Did you know about that?
Yes.
Right. So what happens is you get 1,000 chances at living, 1,000,000 chances over eons. Do you know what an eon is?
Electricity company.
No, an eon is like when Motherwell score in the first minute and we have to defend the rest of the game. It's an eon, right? A long time. So what happens is you're born. Now, whatever you're born as, you could be an ant, and if you're a good ant, you come back as a spider. If you're a good spider, you come back as a horse or something, right? If you're a bad spider, you come back as a grub, right? So if you're a human being, if you're a person, and you live a good life, then you come back as a better version of a person. So if you're a bus driver and you're a really good bus driver, you come back as a plumber.
Okay.
Right. So so instead of £20 an hour, you're making, well, £55 call out for a plumber. Or if you're really good, you come back as a funeral director and then licensed to print money. Ka-ching. No, but you've got to be a good person. So if you're a bus driver, you have to, when you see people running, you don't shut the doors and drive away. You've got to wait and let the person on. I saw you there. I waited for you. And then wait till they sit down. But if you're a bad bus driver, you're not doing that. You're driving away, making them look like a fanny. And when all pensioners coming on the bus, when you see them in the middle aisle, you shunt the bus, and then they go in their neck, and the old lady gets injured.
And get picked up.
Aye.
Direct.
So if you're a bad bus driver, then you'll be reincarnated as a lesser life form. So you'll come back as an open spot stand-up comedian. and your life will be a constant round of doing 5-minute open spots with a load of other deluded mental cases for no money, being patronised and bullshitted by comedy club owners who don't know what the fuck they're talking about anyway. However, there's always a chance to evolve. So you become a professional comedian and you become Louis C.K.
In wank in front of people. Because that's what he done, didn't he?
Allegedly.
He allowed people to watch him masturbate.
He allowed people.
Well, he never really allowed
Well,
them.
that sounds as if it's voluntary. Hello, hey, I'm going to pull my pudding. I'm not allowing you to watch me. I think if you whap it out in front of people, then they can't exactly miss you. So, yeah, he subjected people to the vision of him having a chug.
He wasn't really known for his physical comedy until then, was he?
I never saw him do comedy or have a chug, so I can't comment.
So it's Louis C.K. coming back.
He's coming back as a vagina. And it's going to get fouled every night of the week. Or maybe an unbleached arsehole. If you're a good person, you come back as a higher life form. If you're not, you come back as a dog. So if you're a bad person, you might be reincarnated as a dog. But not a good dog. Not a guide dog. a shitey dog.
Next cell bully.
Whatever. And funny enough, an XL bully's not get much of a chance to come back as a higher life form, because as far as I'm understanding it, XL bullies are evil, so they would die and come back as a rat. But that's what it says in the Buddhist Bible, whatever it is.
They'll need to read that, the Buddhist Bible. Available in
But
Amazon.
before you come back, you don't get reincarnated straight away. You know that, didn't you?
No.
What you do is, when you die, according to the Buddhists, you pop your clogs, and then you walk in the eternal plane and contemplate your life just lived. And if you've come to some realisation that, do you know what, I could have been a better bus driver, then you might get a chance to come back as a taxi driver. But it would be a black taxi. Or if you didn't quite get it, it'd be an Uber driver. Or a Just Eat delivery guy. I don't know.
Or top of the range.
You need to ask the Buddha about all
like
this.
a limousine chauffeur you would be if you were top of the... even better.
Well, drive a hearse. A hearse driver.
Mm.
So that's reincarnation, people. So be good. Be nice.
You never
Unless you want to come back as an XL bully. Just carry on being an arsehole.
Right, so we've actually got a caller that left a voice note that we're going to listen to. So here we go.
Alright, Glesga, I just wanted to know what song you would want sung at your funeral.
What song I would want sung at my funeral? The theme from the Muppet Show. It's time to meet the Muppets. It's time to dress up right. It's time to meet the Muppets and the Muppet Show tonight. Doom, 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 doom.
But surely they'd be meeting you. You'd not be meeting them, no?
I'm going into the bosom of Muppetry. Who gives a fuck?
So from one Muppet to another, you've actually won tickets to any Glesga Dash show. And remember, you can find out all details about our upcoming shows at glesgada.com. If you want to phone Glesga Da, you can do on 07386 891 812. That's 07386 891 812. And now, here's a clip that you decided was the most liked from last week. Dad, we're going to see The Wizard of Oz tonight in Edinburgh at the Playhouse. Do you want to come?
The Wizard of Oz in Edinburgh? Well, that's the first time a yellow brick road will have temporary traffic lights and a diversion. Fuck off.
And on that note, we're going to freeze the episode there. If you love listening to us, give us a 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. And if you love watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe and click that wee bell so that you get the next episode first. And visit glesgada.com for live shows. If you loved us, tell your friends. If you hated us,
fuck off.
So welcome to the Glesga Da podcast. Coming up in the show this week.
I mean that without a big massive yawn.
Sorry.
Okay.